Guys, it's been a while. I know my voice sounds a little bit crazy right now. I'm pretty sure it's just allergies, so it's gonna be consistently cracking a little bit more than it usually does, but don't worry, I promise I'm not sick. I just wanted to show you some new yarns I had bought because it's been a little while, and these ones are so cute. I really can't get over them. Like, look at these. I have the shine on purpose because look at that. These two are sparkly. These are brand new. They are by Pandemonium. This first shade here is Siren Song, and this other one here is, let me flip this one around, also by Pandemonium. But this one here is Andromeda. Now this one right here I got from Tethered Intentions. This one is its shade Crossroads. This one does not sparkle, but I just wanted to show you these. And then this is what they look like without the flash. Now you can still see the sparkle. These are some very sparkly yarns. They're a lot sparklier than they are on camera. But yeah, these are really nice. I just want to show them to you before I wind them, and I'll be right back whenever I finish. It has been centuries since I last posted. I think it's only been about a month, but for me it feels like a very long time. So before I start, how are we doing? Is everybody okay? Everybody got their things together? Whether it be their homework, maybe they're cooking, maybe you're crocheting like me. I hope that you are having a great day so far, and I am glad that you're here to attend with me with this video, even though it's been a very long time. I promise I have a great explanation for that. Now granted, I would say, a lot of people would say a month technically is not too long of a time, but in the world of the internet, I think anything longer than like a day is too long away from the internet, especially YouTube. So yeah. Anyway, getting down to the nitty-gritty. I'm doing perfectly fine. I am okay. I did not disappear like I did last time for any medical reason, mental health reason, anything like that. I did not. It's nothing like that. Nothing serious occurred. Just a lot of new changes. Now, the changes that I've been experiencing have been a couple of things. One, I am in my summer, at the time of this video being uploaded, I am at the end of my summer semester of college. In order to speed things up, I chose to take my Principles of Chemistry class as well as my Microbiome class over the summer. That way I could possibly have a sooner graduation date for my associates. So, fun fact about me, when I was in high school, I struggled very heavily when it came to math and science. Math actually wasn't nearly as bad as science. Science was fine up until chemistry specifically. The only time I ever had a C in high school was in my chemistry class, because it was extremely difficult for me. Now this time around, I am taking chemistry online, and I would have thought that once again it's going to be a repeat cycle. I'm going to struggle through chemistry just like I did when I was in high school. But actually, chemistry was actually not bad. It made me learn that I can handle just about anything, which of course I'm aware that I can do that anyway. But even with tough subjects, I can deal with them properly. I just have to figure out how I need to process them, how I need to go about retaining that information. That was a skill I did not necessarily have as a teenager, which was learning how to process my own things, at least on a school level. But now I know exactly how to do so. So I'm happy with myself there. Another thing too is that as I began my summer semester, I also began a new job. Now, I have been working in the optometry/ophthalmology field for about 2 years, and due to how close I am to going to optometry school, I have been desiring other opportunities to be able to get more in depth with certain things that I want to understand. So where I was working at initially, we handled everything optometry. So we did eye exams, we did contact lens fittings, we did glasses, we did all that fun stuff, right? But when it came to anything serious, we had to refer the patients out. Now the thing about it is that we were doing a telehealth appointment as well as an in-person appointment, which if you do not know what the difference is between the two, telehealth means it's usually a virtual call. In this case, the patient would come into the office, get their eye exam done, and the doctor remotely would control the eye exam and would prescribe a new prescription for them. An in-house doctor, of course, is just in-house. We do the pre-test like we normally would. The patient comes back and sees the doctor. Everything gets done the same way. The only exception being that telehealth has a couple more steps that are needed. Now, whenever it came to telehealth, it still was pretty helpful in my opinion. But once we had lost our in-person doctor because he did want to go pursue other opportunities, which don't blame that at all. It's 100% valid, no matter what the case may be, which is just to want to continue to elevate in life. Once he left, we were solely telehealth, and I realized that realistically, I'm going to have to learn about eye disease, eye injuries, things of that nature in order to be able to be a better optometrist or even possible ophthalmologist in the future. So, I would say a few days before my surgery, I applied to an ophthalmology office, and thankfully for me, I was able to get an interview and I was accepted for the job. So I have been working at this practice since the start of this semester, and having to learn principles of chemistry, microbiology, and as well as everything ophthalmology related at the same time can kind of cause a bit of burnout, for the lack of better words. But that is my explanation for why I have been gone. It's basically a whole lot of homework and studying that has been taking up my time, and as a result, I had a bit of a burnout when it came to editing and even recording videos for a bit. Now in this video, you will see that I am currently crocheting a beanie. That is the only thing I'm making in this video. I have recorded other clips of me working on numerous projects that I do plan on also uploading sometime soon, as well as I was thinking about doing a video where I kind of show all the projects I have made during the course of me being gone. I feel like it would be an interesting thing to show. Another thing too, I have some updates about my Etsy store. I don't know how many of you up here follow me on Instagram, which is Stringed Peonies. I will make sure to link that in my bio. But I decided to close my Etsy store. I ran into a dilemma where I realized two things specifically. One, running the Etsy store and the effort I was putting into it cost me more money and more time than anything, but I wasn't really getting much reward from it. I wasn't really making any sales. My socials were not exactly popping to the point to where I could receive private commissions. And another, it's one thing after another, and I realized that I'm putting more effort and energy into a store that's not really doing well. And because of the fact that when it comes to crochet and fast fashion and things of that nature, a lot of these things are starting to become drowned out. And because of the economy as well, it kind of makes sense that a lot of people are not willing to necessarily buy a lot of handmade things at the moment, just because things are kind of crazy. Another thing too is that I realized whenever I opened my store, I stopped getting creative when it comes to my creations. Now, I have made myself bags, I have made hats, I have made socks. I used to also make sweaters and little shirts, pillows, the occasional stuffed animal, and just overall I was a lot more creative with my work before opening my store. And after opening my store, I was basically only focused on trying to make things for a store that was not doing well. And I wanted that creativity back because I felt like by worrying about the sales of a store, I was putting more of my brain into that than actually doing what I enjoy to do, which is to crochet. I picked up the hobby 3 years ago because I wanted to learn how to crochet, because I wanted to make my own things. And I realized that by putting all my energy towards selling, I was robbing myself of my passion, of what I would love to do. So my Etsy store is now closed. I'm pretty sure I've taken the link to the Etsy out of all the bios of all the videos that I've uploaded here, as well as my socials. But yeah, if that link is still there, it is not active. I decided to close the store for the sake of my creativity and being able to continue to do what I enjoy doing. During my time while gone though, I have discovered a number of new things that I really like. I I don't even know where to start, really. I have just been doing a lot of self work, a lot of inner work as well. When it comes to figuring out what do I like to do, because after getting rid of my Etsy store, I realized there was a lot of things that I had personally that I realized I need to differentiate between, is this something that I'm really into, or is it something that I feel like I need to do? And so I've been exploring my interests a lot more. I've been allowing myself to have a lot more whimsy, I guess. And I've just been studying myself in a way that I haven't studied myself before. One new thing that I'm doing now is I am back to doing jujitsu. It's something I used to do it when I was 16 years old. I am going to be 22 very, very soon, as in probably the week of this upload soon. And I wanted to get back active again, but the gym, I never really felt motivation using a gym or anything like that. So jujitsu was something that I realized was super fun. Now that the warm up sucked terribly because I am not in shape. However, it was still very fun to do once the warm up was over. So I'm going to continue to do that. And maybe every now and again I might do a video about it. I don't know. It just depends on how far I decide to get into it and whether or not I want to make that just a personal activity that I enjoy, or if I want to share it with you as well. Another thing too is that I have really just been exploring the whole idea of creativity. I realize that sometimes I think a little bit too hard about what it is that I want to put out into the world because I worry about the judgment that could come with it. When I realize that those who like what I like are going to like it. Those who don't like what I like are just not going to. And if I truly want to allow my creativity to flourish, I just need to do what I want to do. I've also been getting a lot of this inspiration from certain YouTubers such as Jada Bunny and Vanilla Mace. I really like the style of videos where people are kind of just going about their lives and just doing what they want to do with it. And even it's something about it just feels so genuine, I guess, to put it, because it's something that feels special to yourself. It's something that you want to share with the world because it makes you happy, it brings you joy, and that's what I want to do. My videos, I don't know if I'll become a vlogger type of YouTuber. I still very much am going to continue doing crochet and chat vlogs, as well as project videos and things of that nature, and even the occasional song upload every now and again, of which, since the last upload, There's No End for My Love, I have made another song called Unravel. Now, that song is probably going to be sprinkled throughout this video here, and I'm not going to specifically point out when the song is playing, really. Maybe I'll upload a video for the song by itself. I don't know, it depends on how I'm feeling. But yeah, it's just a lot of inner stuff, a lot of taking time to figure out who I am as a person and what do I like to do, because I feel like at some point along the way, that creative side of me kind of got a bit drowned out and a bit lost. Another thing too, I completely forgot, one of those things that I realized got drowned out and lost was my enjoyment in things that are not, I guess, conventional. Like, for example, I sometimes used to find it cringe to be on trends with things, and due to maybe overwhelming support for something, I might back off for a bit up until I'm ready to develop my own opinion about it, which I don't know how to word it. I guess that's what a lot of people should do. You should take time to figure out for yourself if that's something that you like before making a solid decision on it, but I digress. But one big thing I've gotten into recently is Labubus. For my birthday, actually, my boyfriend got me one. It's going to be coming on the way. As soon as homie gets here, I promise you. The video is just going to start off with just the Labubu in the camera, and that's it. I most likely will be making videos surrounding that too, because I see a lot of people who crochet little outfits for their Labubus, and I plan on taking mine everywhere. And that's something I genuinely really want to do. Wholeheartedly, because I think it's super cute. I collect a lot of cute things such as little pet shops, Loopsies, yarn, some stuffed animals, things like that. You know, it's pretty cool. I would say that, like, I don't know, man, this past year so far, we're almost through the year. We're halfway through. We're about to be in August, but this year has gone by so fast with so many new experiences, and it's been a pleasure, I guess. I don't really know what is in store for me or for this channel, but regardless, I'd like to thank God for it. I don't know where I would be now if it weren't for just the support I've received from those around me, and it's just, things have been pretty cool. I was not joking whenever I said I did a lot of self-reflection. This is just me right now, man. And you know what? I think that was it. I don't really have too much left to say when it comes to this video today. I have enjoyed a whole lot of things. If you have any video ideas, I encourage you to please comment them. I'm open to just about anything. I have a couple more videos coming. I'm just having a great time. Now, I don't feel like I have too much else to say today. I am very glad that you chose to come and watch this video. I hope that my disappearance, of course, did not cause too much concern. I was going to backtrack and have Unravel play at the end of this video, but it sounds like it has more work to do, so we're not going to do that at all. I will maybe post its own video for the song, or maybe I will add it into the background of one of these videos. Maybe I'll stick with keeping the song somewhere in here in the video, but if you do not hear it, hey man, that girl was not ready yet. That girl was not ready. But anyway, I hope that you all have a beautiful, lovely day. Continue to enjoy yourself. Make sure that you have time to breathe, because if you can't breathe, you can't think, and frankly, when you can't think, what can you do? You know? But anyway, like I said, have a lovely day. Have a great time. Future videos will be coming out soon. I appreciate all your patience and your kindness, because I know I was gone for a little bit of time, and I'm glad that I'm doing this, and I'm glad that you guys are here to watch as I do so. But yeah, I'll catch you on the flip side. Make sure you've eaten at least one meal today, even if it's a girl dinner. Bye.